replay. All right, listen, I actually got a little bit of sleep, so my eyes aren't red. So don't be. I know y'all were like, "Oh my God, your eyes are red. You're probably getting high." No, I'm not getting high. And then those of you complaining about audio and stuff like that, did you get the message or did you not get the message? All right, period. All right, period. Now I'm gonna change the audio once I get back to the states and I get the stuff that I actually want, road mics and stuff like that, because I'm not about to get shipping or whatever. I haven't found any around here, like any road mics or anything like that. But I'll get all that sorted when I get back to the states. All the road mics and the wireless mic that I want, the DJI 2, and then the Rode mic that I wanted as well, which is gonna be a like the connected Rode mic or whatever. I'll get those when I get back with my uh, Best Buy discounts. I got a bunch of Best Buy discounts. Anyways, make sure you like up the video. One more thing I wanted to say, because this is some funny shit that y'all be saying in the comments. Some dude, right? Well, this is very common. Every time I post a video, someone's always saying something about along the lines of, well, if you're in shape, then the chick's just gonna want you, for you being in shape. That's why it's better to be chubby. I'm like, bro, you are implying that when you're chubby, the chick does not want you for like have any attraction to you at all, and she's using you for something else. That's what you're implying. Why can't you have both? Why can't you have a decent personality, shit going for you, and be in shape? You see what I'm saying? Straight, it's crazy. It's crazy. I got that shit down, 18 pounds on my way to 185. Good shit. Good shit. What's good, Crafty Bernardo? What's good? Put us on Best Buy discount game. No, no, it's not even. It's not even that. It's just I bought so much shit at Best Buy that I got like a discount or whatever. But I mean, I also got good credit or whatever. But it's funny because people always say shit like, well, like if you're like I said, if you're in shape, she's only gonna want you for your physique. That means that if you're out of shape, that she doesn't want you for anything. Like she doesn't want you for your physique. She doesn't have attraction to you. She wants you for something else. Overcompensation, right? Like I said, why can't you have both? Why can't you be the full package? Why are you aiming so low? You gotta be aiming way too low. You listen to Glock 40's new album? I did when I was working out outside, but I was yapping half of the time, so I didn't listen to the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to re-listen to it. They don't want to win like we do, type shit, man, type shit. You can have everything, man. Y'all always be saying, dudes always be saying like, well, I'm just gonna lead with my money because that's what bro. You should be in shape for your health. Period. Make sure I get the likes up, man. I'm 290. It's time for me to make changes by the New Year's. Yeah, forget the New Year's, bro. Just change now. Change now. By the way, guys, with this winter arc shit and all that stupid shit, winter arc, New Year's, all that shit is people who are not successful ever. You know why? Because they have a temporary mindset. You should just be, every day you should be the healthiest version of yourself. It doesn't matter if it's March 1st. It doesn't matter if it's, August 31st. It doesn't really fucking matter. You should always be locked in. The more tools you have in your bag, the better your options in every scenario. In every single scenario. Literally, like that's just leverage. Leverage 101. Bro, we literally want women for their physique 98% of the time. Yo. And the thing is, dudes out here don't be understanding that chicks be on some shit, bro. Like they be worse than us when it comes to that physique shit. But like I said, a lot of simps and shit like that be on some bullshit, and they be thinking that it's like, oh yeah, man, like, I'm gonna just pay for this and pay for that. And then because I know a lot of simps who just be paying, like, who be paying for chick. The chick's not even attracted to them. They just be paying for shit. And they're like, yeah, man, this is a tough relationship. I'm like, bro, is she genuinely attracted to you, though? You feel me? And they never really thought about that because they never had anybody in their entire life genuinely attracted to them, to be honest. Most people do fad diets and do extreme fasting, just eat normally, but in a deficit consistent. Listen, Ziz is speaking facts, bro. Ziz is speaking facts. All right. Literally. Because this is all it is. You don't need to do a fat diet. Or honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like I always tell you guys, you can drink protein shakes, eat eggs for breakfast, and then eat a burger and fries every day and be fucking lean. Like you can, because that calorie intake I just told you is like 2,000 calories. Most of you guys eat more than that. Most people who are fat eat more than that. Toughest part is patience. Facts. Any advice regarding success and consistency? It's easy. You just show up every day. You just want it bad enough. It's really not that complicated, right? If you're not consistent with something, that means you don't want it bad enough, right? What is causing you to not be consistent? It's your mindset, or it's your identity. You have identity inconsistencies, right? Because it's really not that hard to be consistent. You just show up every day. Like if you're not where you want to be, if you're overweight or whatever, that means you're consistent in the wrong direction. That's all it means. So you have the ability to be consistency. Just turn it in the other way. How long are you into semen retention? If I'm not smashing the chick, I'm in semen retention. Like that's just how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to always be like, I don't understand why that shouldn't be a word. Things that shouldn't be words. Progressive overload shouldn't be a word. You should automatically be increasing the weight if you're lifting it and it gets too light. That should always happen, right? Dieting shouldn't be a word. You should be eating, foods that make you healthy. Like that doesn't make sense. And semen retention shouldn't be a word. You should be retaining your semen if you're not smashing chicks. Like it's not. That's just how it should be. Straight up. What's good, Holly? What it do? What it do? Yo, those eyebrows can't be real. They are, bro. Bro, they are, bro. Jesus Christ. Don't come for the eyebrows though. Does carb cycling matter, or it's not that deep? The carb cycling stuff is not for like. I'm telling you, if you can't see veins in your abs and like obliques and shit, you don't really need a carb cycle. Like I always say, shit changes when you get leaner, but most people aren't lean and they're just worrying about the wrong shit, like fat dieting, carb cycling, shit like that. Because like I said earlier, if the average person, I'm talking about average person, 20 to 30% body fat. Let's go 20 to 40. Let's be generous here. If someone between 20 to 40% body fat ate a burger and fries, some eggs, and 2 protein shakes and like some fruits, they would get lean. You see what I'm saying? Like literally burgers and fries, like 80-20 burger and fries. And then the rest of the shit I said, they would get lean because that's how bad most people eat. They just eat so horrible that what I just laid out is actually healthier than what most people eat. But instead of changing what they eat, right, like slightly, people just go on extreme fads and shit. I was always in shape, played sports all my life, let myself go, hit 287. Been locked in since June, down to 265, about to stay locked in. Good shit, man. Yeah, just that's it, man. Just stay good, stay locked in, man. Stay locked in. Stay locked in, G. All right, let me get this. Let me see. Let me put this. Hope I'm getting time out. Hey, listen. Don't come for me with no profile picture, bro. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Y'all niggas ain't gonna do this shit. What the fuck? All right, Common Sense America. Like Blaze said, motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. True. I don't care how big your muscles are, unless you have a flat stomach. When the shirt comes off, that's when the truth is uncovered. Yo, I got a video coming up about this victim weight shit. Victim weight is the funniest thing to me, man. Right? It's one of those coke things. People be saying in my conversation too, I'm like, yo, you should be leaning to your abs or whatever. They're like, well, I don't need to see my abs, I'm strong. And they're weaker than me. I'm like, bro, really? This is what we're doing? Like they always do that shit. They're like, nah, bro, like I don't need like, dude, I deadlift like 500 and that's why I weigh a lot. I'm like, bro, I deadlift 500 fasted for reps when I'm bored. Like that's not a lot of weight type shit. You feel me? Like it's just not. And if you're not breaking world records and you have a big ass stomach, then you're really not doing anything. See what I'm saying? And if you weigh 350 and you squat 405, that's not impressive. You're squatting body weight. You feel me? And listen, let me tell you something about victim weight. All right, if I get up to 230. Let's say I get up to 230 and I'm able to stay below 20% body fat, which would be really hard, right? I'm lifting the heaviest that I've ever lifted. A 145, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's jujitsu. It doesn't matter if it's taekwondo. It doesn't matter if it's boxing. It doesn't matter if it's Muay Thai. A 145 or 147 featherweight Muay Thai or boxing, they're gonna whoop my ass every single time. And by the way, if I'm 230 and I'm around 20% body fat, guess what? I'm gonna be even more out of breath. So if there's like a 145 in shape dude, all he gotta do is run in circles, and I'm gonna be out of breath by just trying to chase him, like literally, right? Like that shit, like. Once I got in the boxing gym, bro, the calmest, slim, short dudes, they be killing shit, man. They be killing shit. All right, they be killing shit. It should be scary. I ain't gonna lie. That should be scary, bro. They be killing shit. Never seen a woman more beautiful than Freedom. Freedom's a bad bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm thinking about being celibate for the rest of my life, how's our addicting and distracting? What are your thoughts? No, I mean you definitely need phases to focus, but once you get your routine down, you can just you can have one or two or whatever while you have your routine going down. But like I said, I don't promote that 5 to 10 chick shit because anyone who's actually done it would never ever, and I mean never ever promote it. Anyone who's ever done like who's been dating like 5 to 10, 5 to 15 chicks or some shit like that, shit's a waste of fucking time. You have no time to do anything else. One is even a lot, bro. What's the point of lifting just to be strong and fat? I'd rather be aesthetic and lift a little bit less healthier. No, the issue, okay, it doesn't matter if you're strong and fat because at least you're strong. The issue is when you go to the doctor, they're like, dude, you need to exercise. And you're like, I do. And they're like, well, your blood work doesn't show it, bro. Like, what are you eating? You see what I'm saying? That's the worst part about it. Like, the worst part is actually not being healthy, which is crazy. That lower stomach fat is the most stubborn. Especially coming from, yeah, but it's gonna come off though. Do you think it's more rare to make it in Hollywood as a man of color be lean? I know it's more rare to be lean than be a millionaire, but curious about your thoughts. I mean, that question is just statistically, you could just statistically look at it. I mean, if you look at a man of color, like a black dude or Indian dude, there's just we're outnumbered significantly, so that's going to be harder off rip. And no one really makes it to Hollywood. Like this, that's even a smaller percentage. So that would definitely be a smaller percentage for sure. My old mentality was to go to the gym, go home, rest. That built faster than muscles. High energy flux is what keeps my current mentality. Gym, cycling, walking. That's how you lean bulk properly. I mean, that's a good point. But me, I wouldn't do that because I always do stuff the laziest way possible. I would literally do what you said, just work out and then rest, but I wouldn't overeat. So then I would be gaining at the right rate. I wouldn't be gaining too much. And then if I'm losing fat, I don't have to be like biking and walking and doing all this stuff. It could obviously help because you're out a lot. I would literally just be working out and then eating what I need to. And yeah. Why do you say Smith machine strokes are best for traps? I usually use dumbbells because dumbbells you can use lower back, you can use a little bit more of lats as well. And then you can't go as heavy. Smith machine is definitely better to isolate your traps, bro. It's like it feels like you're only using your traps. Like Smith machine isolates upper chest and traps and lats better than anything. Tips for last bit of lower belly fat. Just get leaner. That's all it is. If you still see some lower belly fat and you're above 15%, that's literally why. All right, it's once again, it's not that deep. You see what I'm saying? Y'all need to just keep going. Yeah, I need to keep going because a lot of you guys always say stuff about like, man, I just need this, I need that, and I'm listening to what you're asking for. Like, you want to lose your love handles. If you have love handles, your body fat percentage is too high. It's not that deep, bro. It's not like there's no such thing as love handles. It just means you have a high body fat percentage, so you need to store the fat somewhere. It's usually in your love handle area. Like, yeah, I've never seen someone 10% body fat with love handles. I've seen people with wide waist that are like cut. You know what I mean? Like some people have like the wide waist genetics where but it still gets cut when they get to 10%. But I don't see people with love handles. You feel me? Cutting weight is simple. It's difficult though. It's simple but difficult. Are you gonna train Muay Thai? I'm doing boxing. I'm training boxing. But cutting weight is easy. People just it's nobody has discipline, bro. Like there's a lot of people. I've met a lot of people who make a lot of money, right? But they struggle with fitness. Like I've coached a lot of people who are like millionaires or they make millions and shit like that, but they struggle with fitness type shit. Love handles, lower belly, lower back, all that stuff has to go. Barber took good care of you? Got to, man. Got to. You're correct. BJJ instructor on Joe Rogan's said anyone training BJJ for at least a year can defeat 95% of MMA. Literally. I mean, yeah, no one, bro. We can get into like training, like in the gym. People don't even. We got to realize the gym. People don't even work out. Like that's rare. If you work out, you're in like the top 15%, because that's how many people go to the gym, somewhere around there. But then if you work out and eat healthy, you're even more rare, right? But then if you work out and you like fight, like nobody does fighting. All right, if you go to a fighting gym and you spend a year there, you're gonna see the same people, and it's gonna be a smaller community than the actual gym. The gym's gonna have more members than a fighting gym. Like it's just rare. But a lot of people see stuff online and they're like, I could beat them up, and they've never touched the gym. Like, no. Lean is law for sure. I started bulking a month ago. Significantly ruined my face card. Yeah, you're not bulking. You're just overeating. If you started a bulk a month ago and your face got fat, you're not bulking. You're overeating. That's not a bulk, bro. Like in a month, you should have gained what 3 pounds max because it's the first month. So like, your face shouldn't be fat as shit. You have any tips isolating upper chest better with Smith machine? You gotta pre-exhaust it by doing like pec deck or something. All right, lean bulking or main gaining once you're lean. Definitely just do main gaining if you have a decent amount of muscle anyways. Because, I mean, but lean bulking is relatively close to main gaining. Because lean bulking is supposed to be 200, 300 calories above your maintenance, but healthy foods. And then main gaining, if you have like, if you go over something, every once in a while, you'll be like, I'm main gaining anyways, you know what I mean? My 155 MMA coach handed me, but yo, he could probably whip my ass, bro. Like literally, like it's not even close. Like, that's just how it is. When I don't feel like lifting, I listen to you. I know you're going to talk some shit that makes me mad and yeah, man. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. Like, a lot of like, the thing is, bro, I don't know if a lot of people had coaches, like, growing up in like, school, but that's how it is. Like, you go to practice, you're like, man, I don't want to fucking practice today, man. Fuck this shit. And your coach just cusses you out, and, you want to make sure that you're locked in and shit like that. And you want to make sure that you keep your starting spot or whatever, so then you lock in. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to always want to do what you got to do. That's just life. Life is that's what discipline is. And like the dude said earlier, that's what most people lack. It's about doing what you need to do when you don't want to do it. Doing what you need to do when you don't want to do it. All right, you're not gonna feel like doing doing what you need to do all the time. Matter of fact, most of the time you won't feel like doing it. Post workout cardio at 130 beats per minute. Enough for getting lean. I just focus on nutrition. I do not pay attention to beats per minute. That's just overkill. All that stuff is overkill. Paying attention to like the sleep quality and the beats per minute, that's overkill. All right, and all that other, and having all these other apps, literally just focus on your nutrition, being in a calorie deficit, not adding extra food, and actually measuring the food correctly. Focus on that. Focus on strength training and maintaining your strength, and then getting 8 hours of sleep, 7 to 9, somewhere there. That's it. All that other shit, you don't have to worry about that other shit. All right, I feel like lean bulking is much more difficult to not overshoot. It shouldn't be difficult to overshoot. You track your fucking calories. What are you talking about? I don't get it. You track your calories. You see what I'm saying? Like if your maintenance is 2,700 and you eat 2,900, eat 2,900. If you overshoot, then you're just not locked in. Yeah. Hey, listen. When it comes to losing fat, I don't like when people do the diets or the, hey man, I just downloaded this app and it showed me I was in a fat burning zone. I don't give a fuck, bro. What did you eat at the end of the day? Yo, I used to have this, like years ago. I had this client. Motherfucker tried to overcomplicate everything. He was like, "Yo, I downloaded this fat burning app." I was like, "Don't tell me about that. I didn't tell you to do that dumbass shit. It's not gonna do anything." I was in the fat burning zone for 12 hours. I don't give a fuck, bro. That doesn't have anything to do with fat, bro. Burning fat has nothing to do with fat loss. Zero correlation. Motherfuckers burn fat at rest and they still gain fat because they overeat. The shit it's just the dumbest shit, bro. I see it every day. Finally hit 10% mirror. Don't even look real yet. Good shit, bro. I went to MMA gym in Seattle. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. I didn't know humans were capable of that speed and power. Yeah, man. Yeah, it'd be crazy, man. I can't wait till I'm like 5 years in this shit. That's gonna be fun. Easiest way to bulk is to substitute meats. I would say track because if you're coming off of a cut, you're gonna want it. Like most people who come off cuts want to binge and they end up overeating. My Nigerian genetic friend has abs at 100 kg, 6'1". As a whiter person, I wouldn't even. I mean, I would question if he's on roids or not. I'm not even gonna lie, because I don't. Listen. I'm not. Listen, I'm Haitian, so I know genetics and stuff like that. I do. I understand genetics. But the funny thing I be seeing, because they come out and say it later. They never say it during. But I be seeing like people like, yo, I'm 6'2", 260 with abs. And I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. You know, I've never seen that before. And then it's like everyone's like, man, you're on roids. They're like, no, it's my genetics. And then later they're like, yeah, I was on roids. And I was like, I mean, at 6'2", you feel me, like 260, at 8% body fat, you have 240 pounds of muscle. It's pretty obvious. That's more muscle mass than Arnold had, and Arnold was on roids. So I mean, I don't want to accuse people, but it's pretty obvious. You see what I'm saying? There's like obvious shit. There's like a lot of obvious shit though. There's like because you can. I mean, listen, all this nutrition shit that I'm talking about. Depending on what roids you do, like I've seen people who don't like who eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches and they're always gonna mock my physique because they hopped on roids, but they had like a coach who told them what roids to take, and I was like, what the fuck? Crazy. The right thing to do and the hard thing to do usually the same. Facts. I think if people keep most of their calories during the day and eat less later at night, that's more sustainable. I mean, you'd be surprised at how much people can eat during the day. You'd be surprised. Misfit boxing loaded. Yo, the misfit boxing people could actually whoop most people's ass these days, and people be making fun of him. He claims to be lifelong natural, and he's 40 years old with children. Bro, that doesn't matter. Like, listen, yo, you know what's funny? You know the funniest thing? People be saying stuff like, nah, bro, like he's a God fearing. I don't give a fuck, bro. Niggas, bro, listen. It don't matter. Like, nah, he goes to church. That has nothing to do. Like, y'all don't understand people. I've seen people who are like, yeah, bro, like who told me low key, they're like, yeah, I'm actually on roids. And I was like, oh, bro, well, you should have said that in the beginning. But on social media, they're like a God-fearing person with the family and kids, and they're super innocent, and they're lifetime natural in their bio. But they're on fucking roids, bro. Like, what the fuck? Listen, if you put lifetime natty in your bio, that's just the most suspect shit ever. Because if you're not on roids, you just don't fucking put that shit. It just doesn't make any sense. You don't even think about that shit. Like, listen, when you're not on roids, you just don't even think about the shit. Because you're not on this shit. Like, I don't know. I take it, but I don't want to lose. There's too many side effects for sure. I just got on. I'm 6 foot, 260, 30%. Train 3 times a week and do moderate activity at work. It's 2K calories. 200 grams of protein, good. I mean, that's pretty low for your height and weight, but I would say up the training volume by like a day at least, because 3 times is like, that's pretty low. Do like 4 to 5 days in the gym. And then at 6 foot, 260, since you are 30% body fat, you can definitely eat at least like 2,800 calories. Most likely, you said you get a moderate activity as well. Trust me, that sounds like a lot of calories, but in order to get to 260, you probably eat more than that. Because in order for me to go from 190 to 230, I was eating like 4 or 5 thousand calories a day. And most people who get above 250 are eating 4,000 calories a day. You're just not tracking. You feel me? Type shit. So it's like, it's weird because when you start eating healthy, you eat high protein foods, you get full faster, you eat more fiber, you get full faster. So you're like, yo, I'm eating too much food. You're not eating too much food. You're eating a lot of voluminous foods. Boom. But instead of like the empty calories that you used to eat with like chips and shit like that. How long have you been in Bangkok? Do you plan on making it a permanent base? I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm gonna be back in the States soon and traveling around that side, like the South America area, pretty soon. You the truth. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, but it's very interesting. Like the concept is interesting. I always think about this. I always talk about this. Especially when I link up with my lean friends, like we always talk about this stuff because talk about like clients and stuff like that. How like when they first start, obviously because they're heavier, they ate a lot of food, but they don't realize it. And when they start eating the ground beef and the ground turkey, they're like, damn, this is too much food. I'm gonna get fat. But it's like, no, this is high protein. This is very filling, and you're gonna lose fat. You feel me? But yeah, speaking of with the title of this video, which I just realized the year is almost over, and you're still not on body game type shit. Listen, every single year for the past 10 years, I'm becoming an old head, so I've been seeing this shit over and over. I've been an old head for a while. You know what I mean? So I see this shit all the time. I've been in fitness for a while. It's like people are like, yeah, man, this is the year I'm serious. And they try to overdo it. Like I said, keep it extremely simple, bro. Keep it extremely simple. He says he's scared of roids and would never take it, to be honest. Yeah, hey, listen. I'm not saying, I don't know the guy. I'm not saying he's on roids. I'm just saying there's two very easy ways to tell, and it's like obviously the muscle mass ratio. People use that shit, but I don't really care about the natty or not stuff because listen, there's some people who will go to their grave, like they take that shit so seriously, like they will go to the grave, like not saying they're natty when it's very obvious they're not. You know what I mean? Because the easiest way to tell if you're super lazy and you don't want to actually look shit up because no one wants to look shit up, you just think about let's think about Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? So he had pretty good. I mean, first of all, he has really good genetics, obviously. So naturally, he was like probably 210 without any roids. But then he got on roids, a bunch of different doses, and he was under a doctor's care, right? And he was competing, and he got to like 250 at 6'2". Everybody is mogging him these days, right? Everybody is mogging him these days. And they're like, yeah, I'm natty. And I'm like, bruh, you're 5'10", 270 with abs that's bigger than, you know what I mean? So it's like it is what it is. Though. I don't really care because I don't get into the natty or not stuff because people listen. It just shows me how gullible people is, and I'm like and I'm like, yo, I can't help you with that if you think that dude's natty. And here's the thing, because I worked out with some dudes, and I was like, okay, we worked out with some dudes. They're doing what they need to do, and then they hopped on roids. And then I was like, dude, what the fuck happened, bro? You got crazy results. Bro, like, what's the secret? And they're like, oh, I hopped on roids. I'm like, fuck. But now I know what it looks like when someone's on roids because of that shit. Obviously, the androgen receptors, we all know that, but I can tell. There's a look. I can tell. It's very obvious. But yeah, a lot of people don't know, like, what it looks like. And then if you ask a dude who is on roids, who trains people on roids and is in that industry, they'll be like, oh, yeah, obviously he's on roids. It's pretty obvious. You know what I mean? Like, they just know that shit because they see it every day. I built my body with calisthenics. Yes, sir, man. Calisthenics, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do like outdoor workouts and bodyweight workouts. I do a lot of that stuff. I do like full body. If I do like a full body day, I'll do some calisthenics, like some push-ups and some muscle ups and some pull-ups and shit. Roy's be making motherfuckers ugly as fuck. Nah, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand the levels to this shit, man. With the science and shit like that, shit's insane these days. Y'all don't even listen. Y'all don't even know half of these female influencers are on roids. It's just a different one. They're not on the ones that make you muscular, right? It's crazy because there's a lot of them. Mostly went in 2019. They used to say like you know, oh, I eat 3,200 calories in Chick-fil-A every day and I'm lean. And it was like a girl who was like 135 and she worked out 5 times a week, but she didn't run a lot. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. Come to find out she's on like Anavar or some shit, which is crazy. It's because I can't put down the cup. What cup? What cup? You mean liquor? Bro, put that shit down, bro. It's not even that deep. Are you natty? Yeah, I'm natty, bro. I'm small as shit, bro. 186 and 6'2". Good shit, bro. Sam's getting shredded in this bitch. Sam's getting shredded in this bitch. Getting shredded in this bitch. By the way, y'all already know the drill. Like, as far as niggas trying to get lean, you already know the link is in the description. And y'all already know that shit. But like I said, I've been doing some business coaching too. So y'all only for fitness coaches though. You know, so if you're a fitness coach and you know what the fuck to do, because I used to not know this shit like 4 years ago. I got you. I got you. But yeah, it's like, and I'll tell you guys this, because some people ask me about Instagram and like how to grow Instagram. Listen, y'all don't post enough. All right, so I can't help you if you don't post once a day minimum. Which is no, okay. That's let me stop saying that dumb shit. If you don't post one post a day, whether it's a reel or picture, and like at least 3 stories a day for the entire year, then you're already failing. Like no one's gonna help you because you're not doing the bare minimum. Like that is basic. So like a lot of times you're like, yo, how do I grow my Instagram? It's like, bro, you don't post any fucking posts. Like if you don't post anything, you're not gonna grow. It's impossible. Dave Grunts can't put down the cup. Oh, blunts. Yeah, for real, bro. Yeah, put down the cup, bro. Put down the cup, bro. All right, The Rock recently came off steroids. Seemingly, he just lost a bunch of weight. Yeah, of course, him and Batista did the same thing. It's like it's so funny, but he's never gonna admit it, so people are gonna just believe he's not. Like this shit happens all the time, bro. And then these blood tests are so funny because they're like, "Yo, I'll take a blood test." They do the hop off shit because it's just crazy shit, bro. It's crazy, bro. Old head 5'8", 163. That's pretty lean. That's facts. The broad shoulders and small waist is the most aesthetic. Yeah, for sure, for sure. What do you think about Hamza? I mean, listen, Hamza used to have some good content. I don't know if he still posts, but back in the day he used to have some decent content. But the only issue with it for me was like it was. But he's the one that taught me about how cooked people were, because he used to be talking about stuff like you have to semen retain. I'm like, doesn't everyone semen retain? And he was like, you have to work out. I was like, doesn't everybody work out? So that's when I found out about like the self-improvement side, and I was like, yo, because he used to talk and he used to get a lot of views and comments, and I'm like, so all these people don't semen retain, and all these people, struggle with this stuff. Because I always thought like the whole semen retention thing. I thought it was like some kind of like joke online and like oh, but like people really struggle with that shit, and people really struggle with like not working out. I'm like, yo, that's just shit I always do. Like that's just shit. That's just shit. Me and my family, we're always locked in on that shit. So it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting because that like I said, Hamza's audience, I know they're like 14 to 25, but they kind of taught me about that. And then I started doing self improvement out here too, and I started meeting people, and I was like, oh wow, like these are real issues that people have, because I ain't know that. You feel me? I just because the thing is, like my brother, he was my older brother was cooked, got in shape, wasn't cooked. I was cooked, and then got in shape, wasn't cooked. My little brother, he was cooked. I told him, I was like, yo, do my workouts, lock in on nutrition, you'll be good. Boom, we're all good after that, and everything else kind of comes with it. Because when you get in shape, you get obviously your face leans out. You start paying attention more to your looks. That's obvious. Testosterone goes up. Then obviously you get more attention from people. And then you're not gonna see more attention because you're gonna be you're gonna have hella hoes. So yeah. Hey, I skipped Brandon Carter's course. Students hitting 1030K. Yeah. All right, let's see. Hey, kind person, you look great and provide helpful information. Could you please do a backflip? Yeah, I'm not doing a backflip. What the fuck happened? Yo, Unc, should I post cut transformation? Of course, you got to post that shit like all the time. You got to spam post, bro. You got to spam that post. People struggling with SR because of corn. I guess, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Your little thing ain't gonna lie, fell off for 2 weeks. Going too extreme. You're right. Got to do something maintainable over time. Hey. Listen. Don't ever question what I say specifically about fat loss, because hey, this all I do, man. This all I do. This all I do, man. So yeah, I've seen it 1,000 times. People are always like, man, people will listen to me and they'll be like, man, fuck you, bro. I'm gonna go extreme and you'll see me get leaner faster than you. And then it's like they go too extreme and then they fail, and then they're like, dude, you're right. I'm like, I wasn't being subjective, I was being objective. How cooked in general would you say males in the USA 18 to 55 are? They're all, bro, it's the cooking level is just, it's pretty high. It's pretty high. Is it still rainy season? I'm pretty sure it's rainy season. Oh shit! Why is FGV's question just not showing up, bro? I'm inspiring fitness coach. What advice would you give it to make online? Number one, have a profile picture on everything. If I go to your Instagram right now, I should know exactly who you coach and what you do, and everything should be consistent. That's number one, right? And then obviously, like I said, you should have a profile picture on there. You should have videos and pictures that relate to whatever you're trying to do. Like if you help people lose fat, then on your page, I should be able to go to your page and be able to lose fat. Simple, right? And you should have at least 100 posts. That's very, very low. You should have at least 100 posts. You should be posting stories. That's the basic bare minimum, because you can't really build if you don't have that foundation of posting consistently and building the audience. Because best believe, a lot of you guys that say stuff like, "Hey man, like, a lot of you guys that say like fasting works, blah blah blah." Listen, if you guys made a page and like you guys posted about how fasting works and you guys posted like 1,000 videos on it, I would watch the shit. The issue is you guys don't post it, but I would watch it. I'd be like, okay, let me see what they got here. Let me see what studies they have here, and I would just watch the shit. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta post, man. You gotta post. Like that's number one. Nobody posts, bro. I don't understand why nobody posts. What do you think of Sadia Khan scandal? I mean, for some reason, there's no effect. There's no effect. Like I really don't give a shit. It's not surprising. Like anybody, that's what I'm saying. Like people are calling it a scandal, and like I don't know why people are going off on Sadia Khan. Like leave her alone, bro. Like damn, bro. Like you guys really think that a chick over the age of 28 who's catering to men is knows what she's talking about, bro? It's technique number 3, bro. Technique number 1 is once you reach 30 and you have 100 bodies, you start going to church. All right. Technique number 2 is you move across the country once you reach 30 and then you try to marry somebody. Technique number 3 is you play pick me. Like it's basic shit. It's like I don't know. It's so to me, I was like, she's not really being too religious, so I already knew she was using technique number 3, so I don't really care. I don't think it's a big deal. It's just human nature. Like once you lose leverage, you act different. Like when chicks lose leverage, they all act different. They all do that shit. Like, nah, I'm ready for marriage now. I'm ready. I don't listen to a chick who's above like who's been through college and who's above a certain age who says like, I'm ready for marriage. And I'm like, where were you 10 years ago? You feel me? Type shit. All right, if someone says India, what's the first thing you think of? The first thing I think of is that video of where the dude says, scrolling through India until I find something nice. That's the first thing that comes up. Second thing that comes up is the Kurta sets, because I got a Kurta set from an Indian store. That shit goes hard. That shit's fire. Anyway, to start the Instagram page, even when you're not in shape and still the fat loss journey, does the quality matter or just quantity? You want both for Instagram, just kind of seeing what works. But you also have to make sure you're also on a TikTok so you can throw spaghetti at the wall. Cause yo, TikTok, you can be out of shape on TikTok and like, yo, this is my fat loss journey, and that shit can pop off like crazy. Don't ask the fish how to fish, ask the fisherman. I mean, that's simple. Yeah, it's simple. But like my issue is that's what I said. The video I just posted today, that's what I'm talking about. Like a lot of people are like raised by single moms or listen to their teachers. Their teachers might have a baby daddy that's like, you know, some very masculine dude, but they'll be like, oh my God, make sure you bring your girlfriend flowers and all that goofy shit. All right. If one of my friends ever said like, I'm gonna go get my girlfriend flowers, I'm blocking the motherfucker, bro, because there's no fucking way, bro. There is just no fucking way. All right. Now, if I met his girl and they're married or some shit, then maybe. But if they're constantly getting her flowers or something, I just know they're cooked. I know they're cooked. Do I spam the same photos every day on Instagram and shape, but don't have a lot of different photos? No, you should have a camera and you should be taking different pictures. You should be taking pictures. Like if you're doing gym shit, just take gym pictures, take pictures outside, take pictures in the kitchen. You should be actively taking pictures. Like that's what I be telling y'all. Like in that video that I made, right? A lot of y'all that like haven't been posting, y'all don't realize that, because a lot of people be like, oh, like you just do social media, bro. You don't take days off when you do social media. If anything, when it's off, when people are off for like Labor Day, that's even more important for you to post. Or like Thanksgiving, that's even more important for you to post. There are no days off. Like you have to be way more active on this shit. Like it's way different. It's way different. Well, I mean, you could book a photo shoot, but my Haitian Ninja, what are the 3 techniques? I have to write it down. I want you at church girl. Nah. I don't want you to learn the techniques. I want you to go touch grass and learn female nature, and the techniques automatically get downloaded, right? Because like I said, y'all be saying Yeah, a lot of stuff that you guys say and stuff is just like, here's the thing, like there's nothing wrong with wifing a chick, but the chicks that you guys try to wife for the most part is usually the issue. I should not be able to look at your chick and know like, okay, within one sentence that she's not wifeable. I should have to search and be like, let me look at her Instagram, let me look at this, let me ask this, let me ask that. But if I can just look at her and she's already cooked, I'm like, bro, obviously unwifeable, bro. My mom never gave me any good advice on dating chicks. Yeah, of course, they just be yapping, bro. They just be yapping. All right, chat. Listen to the the three scenarios, bro. The first scenario, bro, is a chick is 30 or above, and she moves across the country and looks for marriage. Is that what I said the first one was, or I said church? I think the first one was church. Second one was she moves across the country when she's like above 28 or 30 or some shit. I seen a chick combine all three of them. It's crazy, bro. It is crazy. I seen a chick combine. That was this baddie, bro. She was short and thick, bro, but she was like slim waist because she worked out. Man, she was bad. She used to hit me up. Right. And I was like, okay. She's like, oh my God, let me fly you out to, where was she in? She was in Illinois, some shit. She was like, let me fly you out. This is that. I was like, all right, bet. So it was fun to link up. But then I was like, yo, this bitch got a Twitter, bro. She on some thought shit. She got an OF. Never mind, bro. Never mind. She was doing some thought shit. She was with some hood niggas and shit. Fast forward 4 years later, she like moves across the country and she's like doing Pilates and like spiritual stuff. And she's like, oh my God, I love church. And like she's rebranding. And I'm like, yo, don't do this. You feel me? That happens all the time, though. That happens all the time. It happens. It's easier to see on Facebook because the Instagram shit, they will do a clean wipe and they'll do like a whole new Instagram and you won't even know. But the Facebook shit, you can usually kind of find it. Like they might have an old page up somewhere. All right. Can you run a business that makes full-time income off of just a course without coaching? What do you mean without coaching? You mean because the course is for coaching. It's literally for coaching. I don't know if you're saying like if you're doing like a different business or something like that. Is that what you're saying? You don't need techniques, just upgrade and live. Yeah, y'all need to go touch grass, bro, so you can see shit. When you see shit enough, listen. I pretty much in my 6 months of going to FAMU, I pretty much saw, enough type shit. Like I saw enough, but then I kept seeing stuff when I went to UF, and then I went to different universities and shit, and then I obviously Instagram was straight shit. Without sales calls, without coaching, without sales calls. I mean, how? No. How are you going to connect with your clients without sales calls? Like how are you going to qualify people without sales calls? You would probably what you're saying is probably like some kind of low ticket program or whatever. But no, I do high ticket. I do high ticket. So I'll be coaching higher ticket. So yeah, you need to you don't. One thing about coaching is the last thing you want to do is you're not taking shortcuts. All right, that's why it is actually rare for people to make decent money off of like coaching. It's the same people all the time because they're willing to go above and beyond. If you're trying to like find shortcuts or you're trying to, it's just like the fitness journey. It's literally just like the fitness journey because people are always trying to be like, let me just, I saw this dude make this much. Let me just half-ass. Nope, you're gonna be you got to fucking actually grind. All right, and I want to be upfront with that shit because I ain't trying to be. I'm not trying to be like, because a lot of people say that they'll be like, yeah, man, it's easy. You sit on the beach and you just send one message and it's like, hell nah, nigga, what the fuck? That's not how it works. All right. That's why I've seen I've seen so many coaches burn the fuck out, bro. I've seen so many coaches burn out and shit. It's crazy because they think it's like, oh yeah, you don't got to do those sales calls. Oh, you don't got to do this. Nah, bro. You got to be on top. You got to be on top of motherfuckers. I mean, that's the only way they get results. They got to change their mindset. You can't it's not just some low ticket shit, right? So yeah, I mean, of course, you got to what was I gonna say? Of course, you got to do sales calls. That's not even questionable. Unless you got a million followers and you just got so many fucking leads and you're just him. But the thing is, the people look at are people who have built something, in the shadows. Because anytime you see somebody who's built some shit, they didn't do that shit like just by or you might be like, oh wow, you just have the look. That's why you have no consistency over time. Like I told y'all, to grow my TikTok to 10K, I was posting 7 times a day. And yes, I was working 60 hours a week. So don't even be like, oh, you weren't working. And no, I wasn't posting that work. All right. I was utilizing my time. A lot of you guys just sit around, beat your meat, watch some corn, play video games. That's what you do with your time. All right. That's what you do with your time. And that's the issue. That is the issue. That is the real issue. Why did you go to college? To see some cheeks, bro. No, I'm playing with you. But I think that's the only reason you should go to college. I mean, at this point, it's like, Motherfucker basically go to college just to see some ass, bro. Like, and see female nature. That's pretty much, that's what people learn the most consistently in college. I ain't gonna lie. All right, please tell us 2 stories of a girl on IG with the boyfriend messaging you. The chat needs this. No, the chat doesn't need this, bro. It's just fucking common sense, bro. I don't need this. Listen, King Chris, I am going to challenge you to go touch grass, right? Um, I think you're definitely you're the guy that has to touch grass for sure. You're the touch grass guy. You got to go out there and touch grass, man. Just say hi to somebody every day. I don't care who it is. Just say hi to somebody every day and just go out there and just live life, date some chicks, work out, get lean, get shredded, and experience all this stuff. But yeah, two stories of a girl on IG with the boyfriend messaging you. That's like that happened like an hour ago. That's just an everyday thing. Or the married chicks, messaging you. That's just normal shit. All right, that's just everyday shit. Or they just, or my friend would send me a message like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on? Yo, this chick is married. Look what she sent me." They be sending him some wild shit sometimes too. I mean, this shit be wild. But that's just human nature. We know this already. We know it. Thanks for keeping it real with the online training. Cats hype it like it's easy. When they do that, I think they no. They're definitely downplaying the shit. Cause yeah, the only now there is an audience that but no one can tap into that shit. I would say the top is, I'm not saying top 1%. There's a top 0.01% audience that you can tap into that you can just sell low ticket shit. But you're not Alex Eubank, bro. Nobody looks like Alex Eubank, right? Pause. But you pretty much have to look like Alex Eubank or Lex Little if you want to do like the and they have those actual 1% genetics, like, so it's just, if you don't have that, then you shouldn't be focused on their models. You see what I'm saying? Like their business models, because yeah, they can run anything. They can run a religious coaching course and that bitch will go crazy. You feel me? 2 people in just these hours. Well, that's not a lot. Listen, I'll say this one more time before I move on. When I got posted on the shade room, all right, I remember scrolling up 100 messages, and the 100th message said 3 minutes ago. So yeah, that's the type of shit that happens. So that's why I be telling y'all, like, y'all don't realize these chicks be going. You can't see, like, one of the most secretive things on earth is just like typing the phone. You just cannot see it. You're just not gonna see there's vanish mode. There's deleting shit. There's offloading apps. There's Snapchat. Like, you just won't see some shit. You're never gonna see the shit. So you're just not gonna believe it. Right? If you don't see some shit, you don't believe it. That's how it works. All right, gotta warn these guys, the girls that approach first are most likely 3 or 4s. Go for the ones you approach, and they make it easy. I mean, they can both be 3 or 4s these days, man. I ain't gonna cap. Cause dudes be like, "Yo, this is the one. This is the one. She looks innocent on social media, and then, hey, she be in me or my homeboy DM." But like, you would just never fucking know, ever. Right? As a trainer massage therapist already, I don't want to sell low ticket unless it's like a real book. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. But whatever you give energy to, where energy goes, energy flows. So it's like you give more energy to the massage stuff, then boom, that's gonna blow up. You give more energy to the coaching, then boom, that's gonna blow up. So that's kind of how that works. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day as well, yes, you want to be lean and shit like that, but you also want to provide, like, you actually want to provide value. Like, a lot of people just want to be like, "Hey man, I heard you can make money off of this." Like, if you go into something for money, you're already cooked. Like, if you go into nursing for money, you're cooked. If you go into training for money, you're cooked. If you go into stock trading for money, you're cooked, right? Because you're just gonna be focused on the money and like emotional, you know what I mean? And that's gonna be your goal outcome, when your goal outcome should be improving. You training for an upcoming fight? Nah, man. I'm literally just. I just want to get better, bro. I just want to get better because I got to defend myself against these chicks' boyfriends. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I'm successful, Luther. I'm successful day trader, and business got accepted on Shark Tank episode February 2026. Just want a soulmate, my G. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for February 2026. If you are not on Shark Tank, bro, I am blocking you, bro. I am blocking you if you're not on Shark Tank. All right, because listen, motherfuckers be capping. I'll say that. But listen, if you go into any situation, look at, like, if you don't have dating experience and you look for a soulmate, you're already cooked, because the chicks are gonna see the desperation in your face. They're gonna see the desperation in your energy. You can't hide desperation, bro. So you got to get some experience so you can even know the telltale signs. Because if I say something about like, "Hey, here's a red flag here or there," you have to like date enough to know what is a red flag, because you're not gonna be able to identify it just by hearing it once. Like, if I say it, you'll be like, "Oh, that's a red flag, okay." But then when you get in the situation, your emotions will get attached. You'll be like, "Oh my god, I really like this girl. Let me get her flowers." And the whole time she's like texting 3 other dudes or some shit. But you didn't see the signs because you just don't have experience. So yeah, you're gonna have to at least, if you don't want to date around to learn, you're gonna have to at least be like, you know, like do some yeah, no, you're actually gonna have to just interact more with chicks, like talk to just more chicks. If you don't want to date them, you can just be their friends and listen to what they say and shit. But you gotta like actually listen to that, and you gotta be around some masculine dudes who will just tell you the truth. You feel me? They'll just be like, when you're when you're around so masculine dudes, they just be telling you stories, and you're just like, really, nigga? And they're like, yeah, this is how it works, and you see it firsthand too. You're just like, oh damn, this shit's different. Have you gained weight on a calorie deficit? It doesn't matter if you gain weight on a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit is to lose fat. All right, you can gain weight if you're building muscle. That doesn't fucking matter. All right, you should be focused on fat loss. Is your fat percentage going down? Is your waist size going down? Should I get an Instagram? You should get an Instagram for like if you have business, right? If you have a business. But yeah, I mean that's the biggest. That is the biggest dating app. It always has been, right? It just is. Like a lot of people will say, yeah, you got to get off the dating apps. Dating apps are lame, and then Instagram exists, right? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think from Drake all the way down to the average person? What do you think average people use? Like they be using Instagram. I mean, in person, of course, in person, but Instagram's king. It just is. All right, the soulmate thing is 100% facts. Yeah, you have to have experience. Like the reason I said experience is because that's the easiest way to go from like just like, you know, cooked to like understanding female nature, in my opinion. Like the experience, because the experiences that you'll have will just stick in your head, because some of them will be traumatizing to you, but obviously someone who's on game is like, oh yeah, that's just every Tuesday. But to you, it'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe she like told me she loved me and then smashed three other dudes the same day. Like you're gonna have to go through that shit to learn, like for real. Why have I heard of Brifout's law? Why have I heard of that, bro? I've heard of that. What restaurants list the calories? Subway does that shit, but what else? Pretty much every restaurant, like Chili's and shit like that. Every basic restaurant, Chili's, Outback, all that shit. But anyways, if you're trying to be lean, but yeah, if you're trying to be lean, I mean, you're gonna cook at home anyways. How do you respond to people who call you lame for not watching the NFL? I don't even hang out with lames like that, so I wouldn't know. I literally wouldn't know. Anyone who calls you lame for not watching the NFL, I don't even hang out with those kind of people, so I don't even know where they are. I don't know who that is, anyways. I don't. Yeah, because I don't watch. I mean, I watch like 2 minutes of NFL highlights every once in a while, but I don't really care. The man responsible for killing my soulmate dreams. All hell. No, 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 no. Go. No. You know what? Let's. We're gonna have to use you as a guinea pig, bro. Go out there and look for a soulmate. Bro. Go out there and date and look for a soulmate, bro. Go ahead, man. But you have to be out in the field, man. Go ahead, man, and you'll learn. You'll learn. All right. But like I said, get like learning. You have to learn female nature to even know when you found a soulmate. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't know female nature, every chick you meet, you're gonna be like, oh, this is my soulmate, and it can be a complete thought. It could be a complete thought, right? You know you're doing right when your weight hasn't moved for a while and people are telling you got smaller. I mean, yeah, body fat percentage is different, man. Body fat percentage, so that's what matters. Soulmate, give it to God, bro. You'll be cooked out here looking for soulmate. These chicks are great actresses. Yo, these chicks don't even like listen, Hollywood can't even hire them because they'd be too expensive. That's how good of actresses they are. All right, listen, most of these chicks, I don't think a lot of these chicks are going to hell because I think the devil's scared of them. Because you guys haven't heard or seen what some of these chicks have done. Like I promise you, like some shit that I heard from chicks or some shit that happened to some of my boys back in the day and shit like that. I'm just thinking, I'm like, yo, I don't think she can go to hell because like there's no way. Like I feel like the devil will be like, yo, that's too crazy for me, bro. You're gonna have to go somewhere else. Like literally. If you use the word soulmate, you cook. Yeah, I mean that's like I don't know. That's like 14-year-old talk. Like just the one-eyed shit. It's about finding a homemade is crazy. Hey, okay, let me look up Brute False Style. That's probably the funniest shit I ever read, bro. Yo, why is that shit funny as fuck? All right, so Brute law is female, not the male, determines all the conditions of the animal family, where a female can derive no benefit from association with the male, no such association takes place. Yeah, it sounds like hypergamy, bro. But at the same, like, if as men we're logical, like yeah, if you stay logical, you really don't have any issues. I'm not gonna lie, right? But you have to be around like masculine people and stay masculine, stay in your masculine, calm, grounded. But if you stay logical, nothing really bothers you, to be honest. Like, cause you'll be like, yo, like, listen, if you got a chick and she's your girl or whatever, and then Drake is like, okay, let me fly her out or some shit, or Dak Prescott hits her up or some shit, you know what I mean? And she been paying for dinners and shit. You ain't paying for dinner. You been smashing and shit. Shit's been good or whatever, but you don't really care. And she ends up, getting flown out by Drake or some shit like that. It's just hypergamy type shit. You feel me? It is what it is. You shouldn't really be worried about it. It is what it is. You weren't really gonna marry her anyway, so what's the problem? You feel me? You're busting us chilling. So yeah, listen, this is some of these comments are absolutely diabolical. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, all right. I'm not even anti soulmates, but just live leading with soulmates is asking for. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. I said when you cause like I said, bro, I don't know if y'all King Chris, I don't know if you watch my videos, but like there's no way you watch my videos and you're saying this shit because like I said, a lot of dudes have issues because they lead with desperate energy. You can't disguise desperate energy. That shit comes out. All right. Like if you're talking to a chick for a while and she's like, oh, okay, this dude's cool, he has his shit together. I kind of like this dude, he has a good business. And then like, you have desperate energy, eventually it's gonna come out. Even if it doesn't come out the initial impression, it's gonna come out eventually. Because you just have that desperate energy. You're just like, I need her to be my soulmate. She's gonna be like, I'm just trying to date around and see if you're cool. You need to live 10,000 lives to find a soulmate. They've studied and calculated this. No, never get one ideas for a woman. I mean, the reason here's the thing. This is why I was telling you guys maybe some people should do some MMA and stuff like that. Because if you can control your chakra and then you get the hidden scroll, right? Then you can learn the shadow clone jutsu and then you just make 10,000 people. It's really not that hard. And then you just spread them across and then you find your soulmate. It's really not that deep. You see what I'm saying? I'm anti-soulmates. We're not swans. Human sexuality isn't built for soulmates. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You got to remember that, man. Like the marriage and stuff, all that stuff is man-made, bro. Like I've been thinking lately. I'm like, okay, what if we really let females take over, right? Obviously, emotion and chaos. Like, what would they want, right? They would definitely abolish fucking marriage, bro. That shit would be out the fucking window, bro. That should be like if you really gave women complete control, that should be out there. The only thing that kept marriage intact is just, like men keeping society a certain way and shit like that. You feel me? And saying like this is what we do, this is what God ordains and stuff like that. Because if you actually put women in control, which is getting closer to that these days. Obviously, they're not in complete control, but it's getting closer to that. So like if you really give them the choice, yeah, they're gonna be doing the dual mating strategy or just trying a bunch of shit. You feel me? Chaos. Chaos type shit. Still laughing at the nursing stories from when I saw on your channel in June. Oh, you just got to tell channel, June, bro. Like the first of all, the nursing stories. I was scared to tell most of the nursing stories. So I didn't tell most of them. So I didn't expect that video to go crazy because I was like, I actually had to write it down. I was like, let me not tell these nursing stories. All right, I have to make sure I don't tell these because these are kind of fucking crazy. But yeah. All right, Luther King, killing my dreams of falling in love. Why the fuck is this shit so funny? All right, I'm gonna read this sentence because okay, don't laugh though, don't laugh. Okay, Luther, killing my dreams of falling in love, and I do watch your videos. I'm your number one supporter. I'm red pill aware. You're not red pill aware, bro. You got to get out. You got to touch grass, bro. You got to touch grass. All that because it sounds like you watch a lot of shit. Don't be watching too much shit. You gotta live, bro. Like watching is one thing, but you don't learn from watching. You learn from doing. It's like I know so many people who are like, I'll ask them, I'll be like, hey man, so like you said you struggle with, eating and you have type 2 diabetes, you should. And then they finish the sentence, they're like, yeah, I just got to do this to make my A1C go down. And I'm like, oh, so you know that. So why the fuck aren't you doing it? You got to experience shit because the journey is different when you start doing it. You watch Luther's channel and other ministry channels to unplug from the matrix and for a healthy dose of the red pill gospel. And I don't even consider myself. I don't consider myself red pill or any of the pills. But in general, all that stuff is just basic. I just say basic shit from experience and for what I see. I say basic shit. But the higher the year number goes, like if I said some of the shit I said in 2000, like some of the shit I say now in 2000, people be like, duh, why the fuck are you making videos about this? But now people are like, oh, that's crazy. You can't say that. And I'm just like, oh. Okay. Drop a good body game story right quick. No, I don't drop like the body game story shit, bro. All you guys got to do. The funny thing is people are always like, oh, I want to hear body game stories. Bro, go live your life, bro. Don't be living through other people's stories. Go live your life, bro. Because the thing is, a story, a regular story for me, some people be like, oh, yo, that's crazy. But then my homeboys will be like, oh, yeah, that sounds like a Tuesday afternoon for me. Or some shit like that. It's just get in shape and everything else just comes. Like, you don't even need to. Like, And I'm not even talking about crazy stories like, oh, you link up with this chick over here or over here. I'm literally just talking about like you just walk around and people are like, hey, this is that, and you get, people ask you questions and shit like that. Prenups actually enforceable over 90% of the time, provided it was done properly. You said, oh, you said it. No, you said it though. You said provided it was done. It's never done properly, bro. From what I've seen, from what I've seen, like from what I've seen is it's not always done properly. But now, King Chris, what I was saying is, there's definitely like I said, there's definitely some good chicks out there. But if you don't have any experience, you're never gonna find them. You're gonna think everyone's a good chick, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like it's like if you are a scout in the NFL, and you think every quarterback who's above 6'4" is the next coming of John Elway or some shit, then you're gonna ignore everything else. Yeah, let me see. Let me put this. There you go. Yeah, I am definitely amazed though that some people. Let me see, all she got to say she was under duress when she signed. Then the judge throws it out. Oh yeah, you're right. But to make it easier, all she has to do is get a therapist to say the same thing, and then the jury's gonna be like, oh my god, like she was under duress. Oh, all that shit. Stage four is when she joins the trade like mechanical oil field. Stage four is when she becomes a nurse after being on OnlyFans or a stripper. Yo, that's pretty. I ain't gonna lie, bro. 50% of nurses I've seen, or like the young nurses, they all did OnlyFans or were strippers. They just deleted the shit. You see what I'm saying? You ever felt fucked up taking creatine? I don't take creatine. Well, damn, stay single, fellas. Yo. Nah, just listen. Just be aware, bro. Don't be. Listen, I tell you guys this all the time. The thing that everybody, the thing that everybody doesn't respect is when you don't respect yourself. So, for example, if you're being super nice to a chick and you don't even know her and you're calling her an angel, she's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this dude must be desperate. That's number one. Number two, if a chick disrespects you and you allow it, or if a dude disrespects you, you feel me? Like you're on the machine, you're like, hey, I'm on this machine. He's like, man, shut the fuck up. He disrespects you and you don't do anything about it. Like, people don't respect people who are okay with being disrespected, because that means you don't respect yourself. Just get into a long-term relationship without signing shit, give her a ring and throw a wedding and have kids with no documents. And then you get Shannon Sharp, bro. And then you get Shannon Sharp. Nah, but like yeah, just make sure you the chick's not on any crazy medications or has OF and all that other stuff. I mean that'll help the situation. That'll help your chances. And you'll know the signs and stuff like that. You won't have any issues. As like you won't have as many issues. Yeah, you don't have as many issues. If it were that easy, no one would bother with a prenup. Yeah, the fact that prenups have loopholes just means don't sign papers, bro. Because, like, in reality, right, marriage is supposed to be like the dude wants to be a husband and the girl wants to be a wife. Okay, cool. So you guys do husband and wife shit. Why the fuck do you have to bring the government? Like, the government don't even know you, nigga. The government wasn't even at the wedding, so why the fuck are they in this shit? Like, it just does. It literally makes no. If you sit back and you think about this shit, it is the dumbest shit of all time. If you sit back and you think about marriage, it literally makes no fucking sense. Like, before you do everything, you have to think about stuff. Like I said, like a lot of chicks, if a chick knows she's a thought and like you wife her up really quickly, she's gonna lose respect for you and feel weird, right? She's just gonna feel weird, like, why is this dude treating me like this type shit. All right, did you get lighter? Your skin looks lighter than your younger pictures. It's just the sun, I guess. And I mean, when I was younger, I used to do we used to play football. I used to be outside every day, and I used to play outside every day when I was younger. Let me see. But yeah. Just listen, stay single. All right, stop trying to force shit. The biggest thing is stop trying to force it. Y'all need to read up on some Buddhist principles, because a lot of the issues I see with people is they try to force shit. When you stop trying to force shit, magically your problems disappear. All right, because like I said, y'all be trying to force shit, like, and it doesn't want to, like, you guys try to force a thought to be a housewife. She's not interested in that shit, but you are. You're more interested than she is. That's an issue already. All right, that's always going to be an issue. You being more interested in certain shit than someone else is. What does that sound like? That sounds like you don't have the leverage, and that sounds like you're going to make it an issue. All right, because I'll see a situation. It's like, First of all, I know the chick is a thought, bro. I already know the chick is a thought, and some dude will be like, like she cheated on me, and I can't believe it. And it's like honestly, a 3 year old could have told you that she was gonna cheat on you, bro. Like it's not that it's not she's a thought. You should have found somebody else. Like it's really like I always say, it's not that deep, man. All right, y'all overcomplicate shit. Here's the thing: if you want to lose fat, you do eat in a deficit. Very simple. If you want to grow your social media, you have to post. You just have to. There is no secret. Like y'all be asking me like there's a secret. You're like, yo, so how do I grow my social media? You have less than 100 posts in 2025. That's fucking crazy. That is insane. If you have less than 100 posts now, there's people who can, people who have followers of less than 100 posts. Guess what? They're famous in real life. They're athletes and shit. They might have 9 posts. You're not an athlete. I'm not an athlete, so I can't have 9 posts and the shit goes crazy. It's not how the shit works. Or it's like a really big streamer and they have 9 posts on Instagram and they're because people are looking up their names already. But if you're somebody and you want to grow your social media, nobody's gonna know who you are. How could they know who you are? Right? You don't post online. If you don't post online, you don't exist. That is how it works. All right. So if you don't post online, you don't exist to the to the social media world. Is how it is. It's like you got a job, right? But you don't show up to work. Okay, so you're not gonna get paid. You're gonna get fired. You don't exist. Type shit. Are you cutting Luther or you just shave? Yeah, I mean, listen. Like I said, when you get leaner, your face is gonna get leaner. Very simple shit. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Look. Come on now. But yeah, your face is gonna get leaner when you get leaner. It's just that's what I be telling y'all. Y'all be like, yo, like, all girls care about is like looks and body. And it's like, listen, everybody cares about that shit because it's a sign of self-respect. But nigga, why are you out of shape when you're 20? Like that's just crazy. And of course your face is gonna be fat. I mean, your face is gonna look bad when it's fat. Everybody's face looks horrible when it's fat. It is what it is. That's why you don't see. That's why you don't see. You don't see models walking the runway with fat faces. You don't. All right. You don't see models walking the runway with dad bods. All right. You just don't see this shit. But y'all, yeah, like, and you don't see chicks going to male strippers who have dad bods. They go to fucking what's that shit called? They be going to Las Vegas. I had hella clients go to Las Vegas because their husbands are out of shape, and they'd be hollering at me, but I don't want them. So then they go to Las Vegas and shit.